Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Cloudy Sheep and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 as Russia. We've conquered a lot of territory and we are now pushing into Russia actually over here. Sorry, my bad. As Russia, we are pushing into Africa. Other than that, we are struggling with a couple of invasions over here. In between episodes I did reorganize our occupation forces over here a little bit so that we maybe beef up our defenses over here on the western well, on the Atlantic Wall, basically. Other than that, we do have our second army over here, which I believe should be able to push in to these little pockets pretty heavily, and I don't expect that to be much of an issue. Similarly, down here there are a couple of allied units, but it's not even so that we would withdraw our third army, is it? Yeah, over here. So right now we are actually more looking... Oh, look at these guys. You have low supplies. I kind of thought you did, but I didn't even get any alert about that. So why is that? Are you shipping supplies from down there? Why are you not... Are you automatically shipping stuff through? Could we actually shift to that to be coming through here? Let's briefly look at our construction, maybe construct some infrastructure over here. Maybe at least a little bit, you know, up until the border with Turkey. I think getting a level 5 line running down from our capital in Stalingrad, yes, still down towards the Mediterranean here, that might be nice. And I think, yeah, through Sinai, so this line would actually be not too bad. I don't want to delay the construction of our shipyards too much, but at least a little bit of this construction effort would be nice, wouldn't it? So where do we start? I think over here, Crops On. No, Crops On is probably still being repaired. Yeah, but you can push this down. And then up here we should probably... Can we drag and drop these? Yeah, we can. So let's get the ones that require more investments a little bit to the top of the pile. I think that should be good. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. A couple of these things will finish. I did create up another couple of construction jobs for shipyards because of course we will want to continue to produce ships, and especially our carriers and lovely submarines. Speaking of which, there is some fight going up here, but I think that's alright. And you know what, something that we can do over here is get our naval bombers and reposition them over the Black Sea and have them bomb that. And I think we are going to actually set your limit to be a little bit higher. We're also going to get a couple more fighters over here, of which we are now producing a decent amount, and get you to run during the day air superiority missions, not naval strikes, just air superiority missions over here, please. And that should be that. And did I just screw up my naval bombers a little bit? You guys, you should be running naval strikes. Yeah, that's it. That's much better. Right, and of course you guys, I think you know what to do, right? Let's tell you to be daylight only. You're the fighter wing, you should be doing air superiority and maybe interception. And you should be doing naval strikes. I think you're sort of automatically doing that. I hope you are. Yeah, I mean, these guys are contributing, right? Yeah, I think so. Right. Excellent stuff. Yep, some research happening, some some research happening. So everything here seems to be alright. I think we can go back to setting a national focus, and I would actually like to get a fighter focus so that we can... Ooh! Very nice. So we got our first ace. I think that is actually the first one, so yeah, very nice. Good number of attacks going on over here. And then of course there's the whole of Africa, where we're seeming to advance pretty decently, I think. All of our guys seem to be moving, so I appreciate that. You know what, you guys... I realize not all of you are from the tank army, because you're all violet though. I will take this one, ask you guys to be part of this over here, and get... I think you'll railroad down here anyway, so hope that that is going to be alright. Yeah, looks like you are moving out in a sort of sensible fashion. Let's continue our advance over here. Are you being overrun? No, you're not, because you're advancing into there. Let's try to grab these provinces though, maybe by advancing a little bit quicker. Apparently not. You are not quick enough for that, so let's make sure. We're still trying to cut you off, and here we go, floating airfield. So that's very nice. And the last bit is Grand Battle Fleet. Much higher organization for all sort of everything. I don't think we have anything in terms of our focuses that would allow us to. No, I think that's fine. So we'll have to hard research it anyway, and that means I think we could and should probably do so. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's research that. Good. Our red naval results. So let's have a look over here. So we did lose a couple of fighters, some bombers, but we did sink 3 heavy cruisers off Australia. A destroyer and a submarine, so I love to see that. Good stuff. I think we can move you out here. And then combine these fleets. No, because you're in combat. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's have a look over here. We did apparently already sink a couple of destroyers, light cruisers. Yeah, and our battleship is fighting at 100%, so I like to see that. Good. Down here, all of these attacks seem to be going on alright. Up here, the Second Army has finished its job over there and is now continuing in advance over there, so that's good to see. Whoop, that bug again. And I think in Japan over here we did see a couple of units advancing on us, so let's try to get these guys going. I think you can't pierce us, right? No, that's excellent news. Good. More red naval results. So they lost 2 destroyers. Good. Can you now please combine? You still cannot. Come on. I think you'll be able to do so soon. Good. You're pushing into there. We are losing convoys in the Mediterranean, which is of course rather unfortunate. And you guys sort of all are low on supplies. So what are we going to do about this? Okay. 9th Army. You guys. Half of your light divisions get assigned to a fallback line over here. I think that will at least reduce our supply consumption a little bit. And you guys, please be part of this, and please do come down here by railroad. You are attacking into there. I'm not sure that is the best use of your resources. Let's get these hills. Let's try to capture decent territory. Is there anything with resources? A little bit of rubber? No. Not much else. Belgium. I mean, I like to cut into let's actually lie. I don't actually ever like to do this in Africa, simply because the supply usage is always crippling, and it's sort of always just a drag to get people down here. Right, so hopefully this is a little bit better now. I think you can advance. A couple of you people should advance as well, so that's good to see. You're doing stupid things. I think you might actually want to attack. You know what? Let's have you attack, and let's have you go up here towards Tripoli, and thereby gain a harbour and all that. That should be fine. Good. Outdated equipment in production. That's only the carriers, which are hopefully going to finish at some point rather soon. We are at war, of course, we know. Insufficient resources. Resistance to occupation. Oh, over here? Province? Really? I thought that'd be covered by you guys. Anti-partisan. It is. And you claim that you should be alright, so I hope that you're not lying to me. Good. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. You guys are pushing into that pocket, so no concerns there. You guys are also getting closer. I think the first wave can just maybe try to capture Cherbourg as is. More naval fights over here. Did sink a light cruiser. Lovely to see. Good. Down here, things are also sort of alright. You know what, I think we can grab the tank army and tell all of you Everyone is assigned to this to have an offensive line that broadly says just advance, and that's fine. So we don't need to micro it that hard. Good. So how are things over here? I think you can just try to push out these Japanese forces. Up over here, these guys seem to be a little bit less strong than they used to be. So let's try to advance and maybe get a meaningful attack over here. Yeah, that seems to be alright. I think we are dishing out more damage. And that means we can probably advance a little bit further, and I can ask you to also join in on that. Never results. Again, just lost one plane, sunk a destroyer, so good enough for me really. Although this fight I don't really like. I mean, it's 2 of our destroyers, it's the light cruisers of theirs, and a couple of destroyers. Yeah, so a few losses overall. Another light cruiser gone. It's pretty good, but maybe you actually want to go back to Sevastopol. Right. Yeah, things are alright up here. You know what, you guys join in on this attack, and that should be alright. Good. A little bit of a pocket over here, maybe you can try to clear that as you go by. More naval results? Oh yeah, so we did sink the light cruiser, and more light cruisers. Lovely result actually. How are you doing? You're doing pretty well. Clearing the Black Sea. And what's this? Just try to pop that, please. More naval results. I think they'll die down soon. The frequency of these cannot be sustained over that period. We have a lot of air experience, so briefly, let's briefly have a look at what we could do in terms of air research. So it's 1942. We don't really have the ability to research any of this, and I think it's the fighter focus up here is not necessarily helping because it's only a research bonus. It's not an advanced time penalty reduction. So I think what might actually make sense is to create a modification, a further one. I mean, well, you know what? I think that's a pretty decent plane already. We could increase air attack by 2.7, which is not that bad. It's about 10%. Max speed goes down a little bit, agility goes down a little bit. Could further increase reliability. Yeah, let's make this change. Let's decommission that one. And then let's pick our carrier fighters, of which we are producing 1 per day, or 2 per day nearly, and update that to the latest version. Slight reduction in efficiency, but I think that's a very fine idea still. I think for the naval bombers we already checked and found that it's really not that important. Will this continue to bug us? It probably will. And we are barely getting any political power now, so that really is the most difficult thing that we are experiencing right now. You should probably not attack over there, that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. On the other hand, you guys can probably advance up here. And that should be alright. Good. Down here there's pretty much no resistance. And as I speak, so I see the first division, but you know, all in all it's still a very broad advance into nothingness. Whatever results, they are losing destroyers, and even submarines now, so that's good to see. You know what, let's get you guys back into harbor for a little bit, combine up these 2 fleets, and that should be fine. And you know what, over here, I think, can we actually tell you to be part of... We should call this... Let's call this the Battle Fleet. Right, so that should be alright, and that means we can now tell you guys here to directly join our Battle Fleet whenever you're ready. Right, lovely, good. Combine up these 2 guys, And send you out on a patrol again. And there we go. Nice. Good. Oh, you... Can you actually advance into there? Can you guys actually get over here? Let's try to clear these islands. Some attacks over here. The Italians don't seem to be doing too great. So at some point we'll need to deal with that. Let's briefly have a look at the Japanese as well. Yeah, bob these guys. That's lovely. Continuing to push these guys. Very soon they should collapse. 3 dockyards, so I think that means... It means that we built a couple, so... That's fine then, come on. Just beat them. Yeah, they're cycling in and out units, but all in all I think our push should probably still be a lot stronger than theirs, so... Ooh, seven divisions. Now that's getting a little bit nasty. Yeah, they are out-damaging us now. But will they be able to continue to do this? Yeah, another tank unit as well. Okay. Let's not push our luck too much. Communist China is still in the fight. All of this is being pushed out. We'll actually try to get the harbors with a little bit higher priority. And these airfields and supply points down here as well. Speaking of airfields and harbors, you could probably at least try to cut over there to that lake, and I think that should cut off a couple of these provinces up here. Right, you guys seem to be doing alright. Just, can you bob that one? You can't actually? Oh well, we'll see. You can probably try to get over here. And you can actually certainly advance to Tripoli. Yeah. Come on, just collapse. There we go. Ooh. Well, maybe not that certainly to Tripoli. But we can try to push behind them. Where are you going? Okay, you're actually assigned to another front. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, don't attack over here. Not if you're with inferior numbers. Right. So you guys won. You guys are still struggling a little bit because you're doing a naval invasion. But all in all, it looks like you'll win. So I'm gonna be happy about this. Right. Still insufficient resources on oil. I think we are doing something about that in terms of research, right? Yeah. It's gonna take a while though to really get that going. You're alright. Yeah, things are slowing down just a little bit down here. It's not too drastic. Lake Victoria. Up over here, you actually managed to surround these guys. So maybe try to attack over there. Maybe cut back from behind as well, so that we are not exceeding our width actually. You should probably try to help out there, and you can go up there. Yeah, that's fine. Come on, they're surrounded. You shall get that harbour. I'm pretty sure. Lots of Italians streaming down here. I'm not sure the supply situation of this is going to be so great that it can incur that. So let's see about this. Try to cut this guy off from supply. You guys are all fine. Let's advance where we can though. Should be alright. Yeah. You can't go over here? Oh, okay, so this is actually the border of the... which means you should push into here so that we don't get cut off. And you should probably circle back just so we get a little bit of a coherent front line. Right. No dangerous naval invasions anywhere, so that's fine. How do you look in terms of air superiority? really? Who's over here? Active enemy bombers. So what do you do? Nothing much. Oh, you're bombing our buildings. That's very interesting. Let's get at least a couple of planes over here. Don't need to be that many, but I think some should be fine. During the day, interception as a priority is fine. Good. Over Korea, is anything happening here? No, not really. Just a couple of enemy fighters. No need to pay attention for that. We do have air superiority over here. We don't in Manchuria. But we're losing fighters in air battles. Oh well, I think it's probably shifting every now and then. Over here, Bay of Bengal. They're having a lot more fighters than we do. But we're shooting down a couple more planes, so I think I'm content. Let's get a couple of planes in North Africa. I think 400 should be fine, actually. During the day? You guys, fly during the day on air superiority and interception. I think that's alright. Good. Over here, no enemy planes, so let's get our fighters. And let's maybe deploy you to over here and fly over this area. And likewise, you guys, I think there's place for all of you in this airfield, so let's get a good number of planes over the Benelux region. Good. Lost a couple of convoys, as always, very unfortunate. Are pushing into here. Let's add another vector of attack. And let's watch them go down one by one in Tripoli. Just 3 divisions left. Come on. Now you can do it. There we go. Fantastic. So, you all. You don't really have a front line anymore, right? Not a defined one. So, yeah, let me reassure you this is your front line. And your task is to advance. And the tanks know that, so that's fine. Go there. Where are you? No. You stop. You. Okay, so you need to come up over here. That's fine. Good. So we can push on into France, get over here, and I think that's going to be alright. So we will have the control of most of the Mediterranean. And you know, at some point we need to watch a Republic in Spain to maybe get Gibraltar and really cut off these nasty invasions of the Allies into our soft underbelly all the time. Why are you not advancing? Where do you look in where are we in terms of logistics? Yeah, motorized equipment is an issue. Medium self-propelled stuff. So we could... I think you need to come back and get these guys. We can probably get over here and then drive by the coast. Just so we can make sure everything is alright over here. You're being attacked, but I think what we can do is push over here. Yeah, lovely. You guys are alright, but maybe, just maybe... Oh no, you're pushing back because we didn't want to be too exposed. I think that's alright. Are you actually going? You're going over here. Why don't you go into this forest? Yeah, just massively rolling through Africa. I think that's lovely. Right, so where do we stand in terms of our... Oh, you'll just be finished at the end of the year. And then we'll have 2 more carriers, and that I think is very lovely. And you know what? You guys should also join the battle fleet whenever you can. Yeah, there's actually a couple of guys left over. Here we go. Let's briefly look at our ship. So we actually already sunk just our first carrier with this very lovely name. Carrier has actually managed to sink 18 enemy ships, including 4 heavy ships. So I'm very happy about this result. It's a really, really good ship, and we are building more of those, so extremely happy about that, and extremely looking forward to seeing more of those. But they'll also have to be supplemented with heavy cruisers. once we get there and get a little bit of that going. So, but until then, I think this is a very nice place to put in the cuts, so thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time. Bye bye.